So I never actually bruised on the spot on the bone where I did it. Sorry.
Yeah, you treat me, I'll treat you.
There we go. We'll help each other out.
Cute.
Scratch each other's back.
Holy dolly.
Oh, I can just feel there's a tight.
Yeah, there's a thing there.
Yeah, there's a tight little. G'day guys, Ninja and Matty here.
Yo.
Your favourite man.
All right.
Favourite little man. We've got some a Corky, we call it here in Australia. So a collision injury.
Is it just Australia?
I don't think it's called a Corky around the world, but I don't know what they call it. So, just
Look at this shit.
Look at the bruise on here. Can we get a close up of this, please, Leo?
It's a rainbow.
It's a rainbow. How long ago did this happen, man?
It happened on Sunday, which is 5 days ago.
5 days ago. Okay, so we're saying with this kind of thing, you can treat it straight away yourself. You just put your fingertips into it and you can get it treated at any stage, but Matty is ready now. So what we're got to do is just honour where your body is at, because it's bleeding from the start. But you can work into it and get a sense of the injury and things like that, but you've got to go really light pressure. So it's like the pressure is the important thing, and we've got to respect if Matty's feeling like it's good pain up against whether it's re-traumatizing and breaking things up and hindering that healing process. So we've got to get the pressure right. So that's our main message.
It was way too fragile on Sunday and Monday. I think I showed you on Monday and you were like, oh yeah, and you're putting your thumb on it. You just do that. I was like, so fragile.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing again. I'm just going to explore. So normally where the impact is right in the middle. So it doesn't look as bad in there, but that's where the pain will be, just to touch it. But then when you go to the edges, you can kind of see where it's bled into perhaps, and you can kind of start to work these kind of tissues. So this is pretty light pressure. It's like under 10% of my, finger pressure that I could do, but I'm just going to explore. So I just hold my fingers on one part of Matty's skin and then just move like that, just to kind of get a sense of what's going on, and Matt can get a bit of an idea as well how it's going. So a little bit more pressure in there.
It just depends if you change those angles, hey? Yeah. Like when you're hitting that outer bit, it's like, oh yeah, it's okay, but man, I think it's okay. You can handle this.
So just finger pressure is kind of where Matty's leg is right now, but we might be able to do a little bit of flushing once we warm it up a little bit and get a bit of more a sense of what's going on. So yeah, when you do work like this, there's your natural painkillers kind of kick in, your endorphins and things like that. So you can kind of, when you receive it anyway, if Matty was kind of tenting and kicking me out and just holding my hand and just slapping me away, we kind of know that it's too much. But yeah, we can kind of just go with the flow.
Bloody couldn't squat on Monday because of it.
Yeah.
Bloody so lame.
Yeah.
Couldn't bodyweight squat.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, nah, I can't even. So it's dumb. And the deadlift, I could do it, but then when you get the bar to the leg, it's like...
Yeah.
It was fresh. It was quite lumpy as well on Monday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And I did this... How I actually did this was because I banged it on an obstacle, because I was doing an obstacle race. But they had things in the way of the race. They should have, moved it to clear the way. Because I'm like sprinter, right? So when I tripped, and then I tried to get up as quick as I could, and I banged it getting up, and I was like, I had to pull out the next comp because I couldn't move.
Couldn't run,
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go through the middle now of that bruise. That's pretty sore there.
So yeah, if I'll say pain scale thing, 3.
3. That's all right.
But, this is a bruise.
Yeah, just in here, I think this is probably the core of it.
You can feel the tone of the muscle. I had a feel before. I was like, oh yeah.
I don't know if I've still got a bruise on my arm. Is that still there?
It's huge.
Yeah. You can kind of see I've got one too. So just
show us.
Falling down on my block,
Yeah.
But it's kind of going away now. But
oh my God.
It doesn't have any bruise there. That's with the main bit where I did it. But around the outside is. So I never actually bruised on the spot on the bone where I did it. Sorry.
Yeah, you treat me, I'll treat you.
There we go. We'll help each other out.
Cute.
scratch each other's back.
Holy dolly.
Oh, I can just feel there's a tight,
Yeah, there's a thing there.
yeah, there's a tight little thing in there. So yeah, let's try and work that a bit.
Even despite the hair on the leg, you can still see the bruise pretty heavily. I don't bruise either. Like, I bang things all the time. I never get bruises.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just pretty funny. I got a bruise.
You must hit hard.
You know, my sprint's power and speed, I get my leg up, so I just hit this thing directly into it.
Yeah. When we're just walking around and just hit a door handle or something like that, you realise just how much force you actually have in each step.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're sprinting and just run into something, it's going to be magnified, isn't it? You know, so much more intense.
Bang.
Higher impact, higher forces.
Bang. Bang the drum. Banging mums. Cut that. Oh dear. Ooly dooly.
So I'm just going to go through the other side. Work it.
I should be able to squat next week, I reckon.
Yeah.
I can squat.
What do you want to get on your squat? You got any goals?
Oh, if I can channel the dog, I reckon I can get 150.
150?
It's just that, you know, like, you know, when you go down, you got to pretend you're suffocating. You got to do as much as you can to get
Stand
out.
up, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I've got to channel a beast.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get angry.
Yeah. You got to be so present, haven't you?
Yeah.
So focused. And you can't just gently do it. You got to be actually violently kind of trying to drive it up, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to have some grit in there. You know.
Squeeze everything, hold your breath and squeeze your abs and up.
Yeah, your core's got to be just so locked on.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. It's going to be really hot on Monday. I think it'll be 38 degrees.
Yeah. Celsius?
That's what we
not Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Celsius. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Big week next week for us.
On the piss.
On the piss. First time in 12 months for me, potentially.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to push through that barrier where you kind of... I'd never get drunk. Like, if I ever drink, it's like, oh, and I'm done. I'm going to try to see if I can push it where I can actually get drunk.
And be silly.
Don't do this if you're an alcoholic. I'm the opposite of an alcoholic. I just can't drink.
Alright. So we've given that a good warm up. So what I'm going to do now is just give it a little bit of a flush. I'm just going to do with my thumbs. So we could potentially do it with palms, but yeah, I'm just going to flush.
Yeah.
Flush through. So it's still going nice and slow. Gives Matty time to process. When you go fast, there's no time to process, and if there is something that's too raw, not ready to be worked, you can stop it. But if you're going fast, you've kind of already gone past it and you've already damaged it. You put that healing back, you know. So yeah, a lot of this is the consent, the trust, you know, permission that you want to gain to kind of work on the level that's going to help them create a change. So that's ultimately what we want things to heal up, want things to get better, to function better, get stronger. So yeah, that's it. How's that feel, man?
Yeah, I that trust thing, you know, like I trust you because I can feel that your pace and I'm not like scared, I'm not tensing.
Yeah. So we're actually relatively deep, you know, just to actually flush it and make a difference.
You're trying to get the femur bone
Not
attachment?
Yeah, probably not quite that deep, but yeah, pushing towards the leg bone.
Okay.
You've got very thick muscles, young Matthew, so
Oh.
we're not going to get to the bone level, am I?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Maybe affect it by pushing through.
I reckon I've got pretty small legs, or maybe after looking at Harry's legs because he's chunky and then he's lifting like 200 kegs squat.
Yeah.
Deary me. Mate, I can't even lift bloody 180 anymore on a deadlift.
What's going on?
You're lifting 200.
Trying to. Got to complete it soon.
Yeah. So you're going to go for 200 on Monday?
195, I'm probably going to go. At least tick that one off.
Get the form
Up
going.
on my toes.
It's cool, it's impressive.
Every part of your body gets involved.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So we're going through the guts of it now. How's that feel, man?
Bloody fantastic. Feels good.
So with these kind of injuries as well, we really recommend compression. So Matty's got some compression pants on. But yeah, you can use tubular bandage. You just buy that from any pharmacy. Like that. So you get different sizes of it. We kind of give it out all the time to our people that have got different things going on in their limbs. So yeah, whether it's a calf, a thigh, or an elbow, you can put these sleeves on, and that compression works like magic to help things heal up. So,
What are your thoughts on ice?
I like submersion in ice. I don't really like ice packs so much. I like to put it, go in the ocean. I think is the ultimate, or the river. A natural body of water, because you get the grounding effect, the earthing effect, and the submersion does a lot more than just packing one spot, because you kind of the whole area is getting kind of cold. Whereas you do just hearsay, that'll stop everything, and then everything just flushes in around. So you can kind of make it like a bit of a flood situation. So yeah, a tidal wave, I think. So yeah, and it doesn't feel good a lot of times as well when you kind of just do certain locations, and especially in that initial phase as well. I kind of personally don't do it because the body is genius. It kind of knows what it's doing, and if you put ice onto something, you're stopping or interfering with the healing process. So yeah,
your body naturally does something.
Yeah.
Ice kind of stops it.
Yeah.
I think so ice is usually they say ice is what you want to do, but I think there's new studies that kind of challenge that a bit and go, maybe it's not really the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're starting to teach it now. Even in first aid courses and that, they're sort of saying don't do that. Go to compression, make sure you protect the area, get out of danger and things like that. And
yeah.
One more line.
One more line.
Yeah.
One more line. Ooh, do the line, Bart. Say the line.
Do that funny thing you do, boy.
Boy.
You know what it is. Oh. Go to your room.
Is that a thing? I don't know. Yeah, this is totally fine. This would have made me die on Monday, I reckon.
Yeah.
We've done that.
Yeah, so we're getting through this line here. So the second line was the middle one, so through the core of the impact injury, and this is just sort of flushing around it. So yeah, you can do this on yourself a bit too, just to explore, get awareness. And you can kind of sense when you're on good spots. That's the beauty of doing it on yourself.
But it's hard to give and receive.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. We've got this kind of protective mechanism that stops us from harming ourselves. Yeah, even if we're not, it takes a lot of practice to do self-treatment, I reckon. So just to break through those defense mechanisms and surrender to what's going to help you.
Surrender for the greater good.
Yeah. There we go.
Cool.
So have a look at that bruise. Nice one.
That's a beauty.
It's a beauty. So corkies, you can work them, but work them with caution, Have the right respect for the tissue where it's at, and then you'll get better quicker. But remember your compression, and yeah, get done. Start moving it, yeah, as it's starting to feel a bit better. So movement
Oh my god,
will help it.
Looks like a bloody fish.
Yeah.
It's like a colourful fish.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Done.